Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new, my name is Braid, and if you're returning, thank you very much for coming back to see some more of my content. Okay, so today's video is going to be a bit of a chit chat, get ready with me, or get on ready with me to go to bed. Yes, it's 5 p.m. here in the UK, and yes, I'm getting ready for bed. Why not? There's nothing to do, is there? So I've got my glass of Prosecco because it's the weekend. Not that that means anything, because I will drink it in the week as well. And I'm going to do a bit of an extensive routine tonight, just because I've got a lot to say. And what I've got to talk about is in relation to the whole Black Lives Matter. Do you want to call it a situation? It's not a situation, it's a movement. I'll call it a movement that's happening at the moment. But more specifically in relation to the beauty industry. Basically, what it's like being a black creator in 2020. So yeah, we're gonna spill some tea. Yeah, I'm gonna be very blunt, very honest, and yeah, give you my 2 cents. People need to understand that there is a difference when it comes to your white creators and your black creators. I'm not saying there should be a divide, I'm just saying there is a difference, and people should open their eyes and know it. Before I jump into it, have you subbed yet? No? You subscriber? No? Click that subscribe button. Come on, join me. And if you like this content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well. I do appreciate all the support. We are close to 400 subscribers. I say we, me. Very grateful. Yeah, very happy, very grateful, and I thank you all very much. Oh, let me just bring you in a bit. Come on, let's come in a bit. No. There? Yeah. Let's come down. No, that's perfect. So, I've already cleansed my skin with my Paula's Choice cleanser, which I've talked about in previous videos. I'm going to talk about it again. So, to start off with, I'm going to go in with my Paula's Choice 2% liquid exfoliant. I'm going to use a cotton pad for this. I can use my hands as well, but I'll use cotton pad for tonight. And please don't drag me. I'm waiting for some reusable ones. So for now, I've got disposable ones. Anyway, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks, you would have seen that there has been a massive uproar in the black community. Basically, enough is enough. Enough is enough in pretty much every aspect of life. In the beauty industry, there's a very obvious lack of diversity. Go into some of the biggest brands' social media pages and just try to exercise. Actually, pause this video for 1 minute. Click on your one of your favorite brands. Just scroll up, scroll down. No, scroll down. Look at that feed, and I want you to look at the first, let's say, 200 posts, and tell me how many black faces you see in there. Yeah. No? Okay. Well, the thing is, this is not new. It's something that's been very obvious in the skincare community and beauty community for yoinks. People have talked about it in the past, people have brought it to people's attention, but it's never been to this point where it's such a massive focus now. I'm very pleased about that, because in addition to not having enough, some actually none at all, black faces on some of these brands' social media marketing pages. There's also, very annoyingly, a lot of brands that still release new foundation shades or makeup shades and don't include dark skin. Like, it's 2020. How are you gonna come out with let's say about 45 beige shades, and then you have your little 5 black shades? I mean, how many times are black people in this country alone, just in the UK? There's no excuse for it. I don't understand how some of these brands just blatantly just do it, and then when they get called out, that's when they realize, oh yeah, we apologize with this. I don't get it. When you're planning your new ranges, doesn't it occur to you there are people of dark skin that might want to also buy your brand? Like, it kind of seems like it's like they don't want our money. That's what it seems like to me, because there's no reason why you wouldn't include everybody, unless you're saying you don't want our money. And if that's the case, that's fine, come out and say it. But then no, what really annoys me is when they then come out and go, oh, we'll do better. And that's what a lot of brands have started to, now that they've been called out. So if you guys haven't heard about this new movement going at the moment, which is the pull up or shut up challenge, which was set up by by the owner of Oma Beauty, which is a makeup brand, black-owned makeup brand. Her name is Shalom. A couple of weeks ago, came out with this thing, and basically that brands need to be transparent, because yes, these conversations have happened in the past. People are literally calling out these brands like, look, we want to see how you say you're diverse. Okay, so you got a couple of black people on your social media, that's fine, okay, whatever. But how many black people do you actually hire? How many black people do you have on your teams? How many black people do you have at exec levels in your company? Pull up, show us. If you want our money, then we need to know that you also want us to sit with you at the table. It's, you know, it's simple as that. Okay, before I continue, I'm then gonna go in with my Good Molecules Niacinamide. The sun's not going in. The Niacinamide toner. Yeah, so it's been very interesting seeing some of the results, and I have to say, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Some companies have 4% of their staff is black, and non-exec level. Some have none at all, but then they have shades for dark skin. So my thing is, how would you know if you're creating the right product for dark skin if you don't have anyone at the table with you telling you if it works for dark skin? It doesn't make any sense. And then on the flip side, there are the ones that haven't said anything at all. Now those ones, God, ooh, wait, I just need to sip. Those ones piss me off, because of the ones that were quick to post the black square, one of the ones that were quick to post the whole "we stand with you" blah de blah. But then when we're saying, okay, come on then, show us your cards, how many black people have you actually hired? Zip, nothing. And then you have to call them out again. It fucking annoys me. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with my Disciple London Balancing Mist. This is one of my absolute favorite mists. It has geranium in it, and I love it because it's very calming at night. Absolutely love it. I've gone through about 3 or 4 bottles of this. Great. So what's the reality then of being a black creator in this beauty space? The reality is we don't get the same treatment. The reality is it is not diverse. The reality is it is not fair. I'll be very honest, it is not fair. From my experience, I'll give you some examples. Social media with Instagram, the way it works, if you don't know, is to be classed as, now I hate the word influencer, but you know, let's call a spade is influencing. The way it works is your engagement rate has to be good. Not necessarily your follower count. So your follower, you can't, obviously you need to have like at least over 1,000 followers, but essentially it's your engagement rate. And what that means is the amount of followers you have versus how many of those followers actually engage with your content. The smaller your follower count, the higher your engagement rate should be. I didn't show what I was putting on there, I'll show you in a minute. The higher your engagement rate should be, and that's because it basically shows a brand that the people that are following you like your content, respond to your content, they respond to your reviews and whatnot. Okay, so with that now, if you have good engagement and you have a decent following, and if there's a brand that you really want to work with, me personally, I've done reach outs to brands because, you know, I want to work with a brand, I like their product, and you know, it'd be great to get sponsorship. Not because I'm trying to get free products, let's not get it twisted here. You know, I can buy my own shit, but sometimes it's nice to, well, not nice, it helps to continue to create content, because look, my wallet's not a bottomless pit. you know, I don't have all of the money in the world to buy every single product. It's nice to get products to have so you can do reviews, so you can continue creating content, right? Anyway, so you then approach a brand and you want them to sponsor you with products. You're happy for them to give you products so you can review it for your content, to continue creating content. The amount of times I've either had a complete blank, and you know they've read your message from your DM or your email. Okay, battery died, so that's why I moved a little bit. So they reach out to a brand and they come around and said, oh, we are not collaborating at the moment, blah blah. And then you turn around maybe a couple of weeks later, you see a new collaboration with one of the other influencers that you're following. Your content, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be biased because it's my shit, but your content is nice. It's nice. If you don't like your content, then what's the point? Yeah, you think, hang on a minute. You just said to me couple of weeks ago, you're not looking for new collaborations, but then you've collaborated with this person. And guess what? Guess what colour skin that influencer is? You guess right. It's not fair. It's not fair. But it's really upsetting. Really upsetting when a brand doesn't want to work with you. Obviously, they'll never say the reason why they don't work with you. But it is just because you don't fit into the aesthetics of their brand. Oh God. Yeah, it is upsetting and it is disheartening when you work hard and you spend so much time creating amazing content to build up your engagement, to build up your page, and then the brand turns around and says, you know, no thank you. Don't get me wrong, it's not because we want free shit. It's not free shit, like I said before. It's because, you know, sometimes it's nice to get product because it helps you build your brand. It helps you build content. It helps you create content. You as a black person will need to work twice as hard to have access to the same thing as your non-black counterpart. It is like that. So then I'm going to quickly go in with the final, not the final, couple more things to come. So I'm going to go in with an oil. I like to use an oil in my nighttime routine. This is from Disciple London, and this is their Dreamy Skin, which is amazing. Smells lovely, da da da. So yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair in the industry. There's so many things that needs to change, and quickly. What's also quite frustrating, it's good to see, but it's frustrating, is the fact that so many brands have now reached out in the last couple of days, couple of weeks, versus the year that I've been on social media. And it makes you think, you know, is this performative? Is it performative? Are you doing it because you don't want to come across as a brand that's not diverse? You want to now stand with us. Don't get me wrong, I'm very appreciative of these brands, because that's what I've been wanting. But at the same time, I would hope, or we would hope, that it's genuine, because otherwise, like, it's just fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying if they're just doing it just so they can be seen to do it. Please don't do that, brands. If that's what you're doing, just stop it. Just stop. I'd rather you not contact me. I'd rather you not reach out to me unless it's legit. But for the ones that have been doing that and have been continuing to do that, I appreciate it. So yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens in the next few months, what happens in the next year. The hope now is that the conversation doesn't die out. The hope now is that the momentum continues. Everyone will now very clearly see how unfair it is. You know, some of the biggest brands, I'm talking your high-end brands, look at their beauty pages. Not one dark skin. I mean, how? Whoever it is that signs off all your ranges and stuff, how can you sit there, sign off a campaign, knowing full well that you have dark skin products in your range, Or you look at your campaign and it's all just beige. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, how can you, it doesn't, think about it. It is hard out here for us dark black creators. This is the caffeine eye cream from the Inky List. I'm still not sold on eye creams. I don't think it does anything, to be honest. I've got it, I don't want to waste this, I'm going to continue to use it. And a lot of people that have this have told me that it's good. But I personally don't think eye creams don't do anything for me, to be honest. It doesn't do nothing for me. I don't know if I've just talked rubbish this whole time. I don't know, like, is what I'm saying makes sense? That, you know, I'm not very good at, I don't know if I'm good at like talking like this. I'm probably better at talking about products and what it does, and, you know, doing like a review or whatnot. When it comes to sitting down and just talking like this, I'm really not great at it. So I hope I haven't just waffled on for the last God knows how long this video is going to be when I edit it. What I wanted to come out here and say is that it is very evident that the beauty industry is not diverse, and if you thought otherwise, then boy, open your eyes. We don't get enough visibility. It's just not there. Another thing I've noticed as well, which a lot of the other black creators on social media have commented on in the last couple of weeks, is that when they go to events, I mean, I'm not lucky enough yet to start going to events. I hope one day I will be, but anyway, when they go to events for a new product launch or a new brand launch, and you walk in and you are one or two of the only black creators of dark skin in a room full of non-black creators. Do you know how that feels when you walk in and you see that? People might say it's not about colour, you should just go in there and you shouldn't feel like you are different. But let's be real, when you walk into a room of white people and you're the only black person, you do feel different. That's the reality of it. Vice versa, if you go to a function and you're the white person in a room full of black people, you will feel different. It can be a bit intimidating. It can be a bit, especially if you don't know the other black person. It's not like you can just go be like, oh hi babe, or you don't know anyone. It can be intimidating. Oh, another thing as well, oh my god, yeah, let me just, so this last few days, the last few weeks, when a lot of brands have been like, you know, it's time with you, they're then coming out and saying, you know, if you know of any black creators, you know, tag them in this, tag them in that, so we can follow. Like what the actual fuck, man? Like, seriously, what the fuck? You can go online yourself and find these creators. Like, don't that pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie, that really fucking irritated me when I've been seeing that, because I'm like, you lot aren't doing the work. You're waiting for us to do the work for you. Like, how? Anyway, I'm gonna end the video there because, one, I don't even know what the fuck I've said. I don't even know if there's gonna be any kind of salvageable content from what I've just been saying, because we don't know. When we get to editing, we'll see. But I hope that you guys out there, my subscribers or my new subscribers, will have a bit of an insight to what it's like to be a black creator. The reality of it is this: we're hoping for change. Change is coming, so let's be advocating that. And please support everybody. I'm not just saying go and support black creators, support black creators, but let it be equal. Let it be equal. We are all working as hard as each other. If you like the content, support them, shout them out. Brands, if you like the content, don't just be thinking about your aesthetics. Call them out, shout them out, so we can support them. Support them. If you like their content, support them. That's that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, just click that subscribe button and just join me, because there's a lot more to be talking about. I'm going to talk about skincare, beauty, sometimes lifestyle, sometimes a bit of style as well. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.